warp speed to try and get things done. So I'll upfront say it's going to end up being quick. The Bullitt County system was a 3-site, 3-channel system, and ultimately the customer was so happy that we added 2 more channels as we speak. Okay, they had the usual coverage requirements, mobiles everywhere and portables in most places. Coverage map of what the county looks like. And essentially, they started off at Collins Hill, then went to Martin and Mount Washington. So essentially, it was a co-located site for the first site. PTP microwave and the NetExpress IP multiplexers using SynchroCast3 automatic control to take care of any variations in the path, in the quote-unquote path length. Here's a diagram of how everything was interconnected. And again, the key thing here was using those PTP links in the IP mode, as opposed to the PTPs we used in the past using the T1 methodology. What a roadside looks like. The customer is happy as heck. They can hear a whole lot more than they did before, and they're very happy with Simulcast and how it's all worked out. And this, by the way, is a narrowband system, so this customer actually went from a single-site wideband to a 3-site narrowband and had no detrimental effects that they saw. Lessons that these guys learned: staging is critical. Make sure it all works in the shop where you can walk 10 feet to check something as opposed to driving 20 miles. Here's what the prime site looked like. They didn't have an alarm system, but we'll probably put one in next time. And for those of you that ask about what the PTP settings were, they set it up at QPSK, disabled compression. So in other words, they didn't want compression to bite them in the behind. And they set it to a fixed frequency so it wouldn't jump around. When it jumps around, that would in fact have changed the timing of the system and caused at least periodic interruptions in the overlap zone. By setting the PTP 400 to fixed frequency, they avoided that problem. They also used E&M as opposed to tone, just to make sure that if the tone dropped out, it wouldn't key up the system. That was a lesson they learned in the system they did, and that's why they went to the E&M route for the unsquelch. They did put a compression amp in to try and make the narrowband sound better. And they put UPSs there just to make sure that everything would stay powered up. Next time, they probably do things the same. However, Kevin's point, the writer of this was Kevin Geyer with radio communication, with RCS Communications out of Louisville. Kevin's point was, it's critical to stage this. If there's one thing he wanted me to reinforce, was staging is really important. So that's a system that they did for Bullitt County. Very happy, and again, the thing that's unique about this was the PTP they used to connect the sites together. Because they could get a primary license on an IP based at 4.9, that's why they did it.